a lot recently with Russia's reported role in the presidential election and the Yahoo data breach.
All right, tonight we go inside the mind of Kevin Mitnick, who's known as the world's greatest hacker, to get his thoughts on how you can best protect yourself from cyber attacks.
One of my first pranks was to change my friend's home phone to a payphone. So whenever his parents tried to make a call, say, please deposit 25 cents. So I used to really get into these pranks.
Unfortunately for Kevin Mitnick, as his skills evolved, the feds failed to find the humor in his exploits, particularly his habit of poking around in the computer systems of some of the world's biggest companies.
So I was always the hacker for the intellectual curiosity, the pursuit of knowledge, and the challenge. I never did it for money, never tried to harm anybody by writing malware. Right? I still broke the law, that's clear, but it wasn't for a for-profit motive. And I actually spent 5 years in federal prison. 8 months of it was in solitary confinement.
His 1995 conviction cemented his reputation as the world's greatest hacker. Now, as the head of Mitnick Security, he uses those skills to help keep major corporations safe from cyber crimes. In his new book, The Art of Invisibility, he shares tips to keep your data out of sight of Big Brother.
We're here to announce a major law enforcement action related to one of the largest data breaches in U.S. history.
As the arrest of 2 Russian intelligence agents in connection with the 2014 hack of 500 million Yahoo email accounts illustrates, many of the battles of the 21st century are being waged in cyberspace.
We're spying on multiple governments around the world. And the same thing in there, it's basically back and forth. It's a spy game.
As Hillary Clinton's campaign chair, John Podesta, found out when his emails were hacked and then leaked to devastating effect throughout the campaign, it only takes clicking on one bad link to unleash all sorts of havoc in your personal and professional life.
The hack, a 14-year-old could have done it.
And a 14-year-old also could have easily prevented it by simply enabling two-factor authentication, which sends a code to a trusted device to verify it is indeed you logging into your account. The whole mess could have been avoided.
So it's really simple these days, and if he had done this simple thing, his email wouldn't have been hacked.
What do you think about private email in general?
Your email's not private.
After NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden revealed the extent of the government's ability to snoop on our every electronic utterance, Mitnick says ignorance is no longer an option.
I just thought the government is like watching everything, but I wasn't sure. Yeah. There was no confirmation of it, and then I was like, oh my God.
Keep with the Russians. I mean, they have incredible hackers there, right? I mean, some of the best in the world.
Exactly. So do we. We have good offensive over at, U.S. Cyber Command, and they have very high-skilled security engineers. And we do offensive attacks where we break into their networks.
The good news is there are steps you can take to make your communications more secure. Some decidedly low-tech, like how to make sure no one's using your computer's webcam to eavesdrop on you.
Piece of tape.
It's
simple.
Others require a little bit more know-how, but can go a long way towards maintaining as much privacy as possible online. Don't do anything private on a work computer. Avoid public Wi-Fi. And if you have to use public Wi-Fi, be sure to subscribe to what's known as a VPN, a virtual private network. This shields your internet communications from everyone, including your internet service provider. Use a password manager. This will ensure you avoid one of the biggest pitfalls many people encounter, which is getting lazy and using the same passwords on multiple sites. Mitnick says these are all lessons you don't want to have to learn the hard way.
And one last tip from Mitnick, password protect your cell phone, and if for some reason you do think it's been compromised, back it up and then reinstall the phone's firmware to get rid of any potential key logging or other unwanted surveillance programs.
A lot of stuff to know.
For sure.
Well, hackers are threatening to wipe out hundreds of millions of iPhones unless Apple pays up. A group known as the Turkish crime family says that it has a list of up to 559 million iCloud and email accounts. The hackers say that they will delete them all unless, get this, Apple pays a ransom of $75,000 in cryptocurrency or $100,000 worth of iTunes gift cards. Apple says that it will not reward cyber criminals and has alerted authorities.
Well, at what age is your brain working the best? How about your body? Do you